CEO Spotlight, examining the best companies' responses to the Food Safety Modernization Act. Today, our conversation with Karen Kaplan of Frida's. The Food Safety Modernization Act, or FSMA, is bipartisan legislation that is setting new standards and establishing new levels of culpability for the food industry. But for FSMA to truly be effective, its mandates have to be met up and down the food chain by retailers and suppliers alike.
I think it's been a wake-up call for quite a bit of the industry.
At Frida's, it's about the safety of the product and the sustainability of the brand.
Well, I think your brand is one of your most important pieces, most valuable pieces of intellectual property. I will tell you, on my company brand, Frida's, we were the first, and I think still the only company that puts a 100% consumer guarantee on the package. And the last thing I want to have happen is someone buy one of our products and get sick.
For the record, Frida's didn't wait for FSMA to establish high standards.
We actually started doing third-party food safety audits in 1996 as a produce wholesaler, long before anyone was even thinking about it. There was nothing that was a surprise for us with regards to FSMA. I mean, we're very active in our industry organizations, and so we were already tracking everything. We had already put the systems and processes in place 2 or 3 years ago, and we were informing our buyers, our sales team, our suppliers, most actively our suppliers, to let them know that we were not going to deal with any supplier that was not FSMA compliant as of January 1st.
At Frida's, they've taken it one step further.
We have 1,000 suppliers. We have 9 documents we want to gather. We were literally emailing, mailing, and phone calling the suppliers. Now everything is automated via email reminders. Also, one of the things we work with on ReposiTrak is we actually fund all of our growers using ReposiTrak so that our suppliers don't have to worry about the cost to subscribe or upload.
While Frida's has had best practices in place for years, ReposiTrak was enormously helpful in bringing order to a disorganized system and digitizing records that often have been inaccessible and incomplete.
I will tell you, like many of us in the industry, although we have computers and we have systems and we have files, it was a very, very manual process. So we had file folders on every one of our 1,100 suppliers, and we had checklists for all the different forms that we needed, whether they were food safety oriented, FSMA oriented, or just our own paperwork that we needed. So literally we were looking for a paperless solution. So about 2-3 years ago, we began the process of investigating options. And I believe we looked at 3 or 4 different companies. But there were a few things that ReposiTrak offered that were fantastic for us, fantastically appealing. And that's why we ultimately chose them.
It is not about having an advantage over other companies. It is about having the best possible industry-wide system to prevent the worst possible scenarios.
It's really better we make it a level playing field and everyone support everyone else in the industry to make sure we're all in compliant. Because one food safety outbreak, one time someone dies or gets very ill, it affects the whole industry.
We hope you have enjoyed the first 2 interviews in our CEO Spotlight series with Kevin Davis of Bristol Farms and Karen Kaplan of Frida's. Stay tuned as the FSMA compliance story continues to unfold and we return with all new CEO interviews. For more information about how ReposiTrak can help your company achieve the levels of FSMA compliance that will help you build trust and protect your brand, go to repositrak.com.